Happy Wednesday. It's been a day, right?
Yes, and everyone that's joining, we were just laughing because Dylan and I do not plan, you guys, to match on every one of these lives. But I think we've done them so often that we just, I don't know, just the juju is there. So, like the last one, we were wearing orange. Today, we're wearing black. Who
Yeah.
knows? Next week, it could be blue. So, tune in to find out. But happy hump day. And I'm hopeful that you guys are all here. Start asking questions.
Yeah.
Today's a good day.
We'll do some Q&A, we'll answer some questions, and we'll give some updates. We have two really special offers. We're also going to talk about the software. We're going to talk about our upcoming Ultimate Etsy Summit, and we had some really cool things happening with our students this past month, so we want to celebrate them. If any of you guys are here watching, we want to celebrate you today. And Ryan also, he just came from something exciting that happened in our platform. Do you want to share that?
Yeah, so we launched a speaker series for anyone that's not aware for our students. And this is open to everyone in our program. We've had probably about 4 or 5 events now. And today we had a speaker, Jenny, who came in to talk about all things Facebook ads. And this was a very heavily requested topic. So we had a lot of people join this. This was an amazing presentation. She took it really in depth, answered a ton of questions. And so what we do after each event is we also post the recaps here so you can see. And she provided 4 free links of information on this call, you guys. A couple of them are YouTube videos, and then also her website and her handle. And there was like a ton of people like, how do I get you to do this for me? How can I use your services? So it's not only free information for you guys, but it also gives you external resources should you choose to take advantage of that. So we have more coming up in the future as well.
Awesome. Yeah, put in the comments. Do you do Facebook ads? Do you know how to do Facebook ads? Do you want to learn how to do Facebook ads? That's something that we are focusing more and more on as we are finding that Etsy ads are becoming more and more, I don't want to say useless, but not as helpful, not as strong of an ROI. You see.
Yeah. And Jenny actually tiered up our next one, which was convenient, you guys. The next one's going to be all about email marketing, and which kind of goes a little hand in hand sometimes with Facebook ads. So she kind of, grazed the tip a little bit of that. And then Katie will be going into all things next Friday about email marketing. And then we have one at the end of the month about all things packaging, which every Etsy seller would need to know. So if you're not a member yet, that's just some of the value you can get by joining us.
Yeah, and we bring these about twice a month. So these special speakers come in. So you have 4 coaching calls a week. You have 2 accountability calls that you could attend, and then every other week there's a special speaker. So it's a lot of guidance, you guys.
Yes.
Now let's celebrate some people here, because I think we have some sellers watching, and we want to just kind of highlight some wins. I saw this funny thing the other day. Someone was guessing that we wrote our own testimonials, which, you guys, this is our course platform. If you haven't been in here before, or if you don't know about it, no, we do not sit here all day writing these out. So the coolest part, one of my favorite things actually, Ryan, is when we put up this post, what I love watching is the comments that come in when people share their results. Like you can see Erica, biggest month yet. Here, maybe I'll zoom in a little bit. Nice. Okay. Biggest month yet. Worked my tushy off the last couple months, and I know there's still so much room to grow. Not only did I have my highest day, but I also had 2 of my highest orders too. My revenue tripled from last month, and I still have so many new products to add. I will be hiring ASAP, which is something that I'm working with Coach Saskia behind the scenes to give a strategy for Erica for hiring. I can't thank Dylan, Saskia, Winnie, Candace, and the entire team. Y'all are the best. But I love seeing 33 likes, and then look at all these amazing, supportive people.
Like 5 people have already commented on her results, you guys. And she's even in our high rev group, right? And we're still celebrating her wins. So it's like, yes, she's in our high rev group, but she's still, climbing and celebrating.
So and the high rev group means you're doing a minimum of 10,000 a month to be in that group. So her revenue just tripled. What does that mean, right? Pretty incredible. Another one I love seeing, Alicia. She's currently in the course right now. Second month hitting over 2,000 in revenue. She had a single listing do over $3,400. She just said she wouldn't be this far without us. And she said, it's been crazy trying to keep up with orders. Good
Mhm.
problem to have. 300 sales, just really encouraging everyone
Yeah.
in this group to keep going.
And that's what's really nice, right? Is we do this every month, you guys, and then within a few days, Dylan and I are always amazed at how many like wins are being posted. But even beyond that, just the community element, because you can see it on almost all these posts, there's countless students responding, right? So not only can you interact with each other like in the program, but like to be able to boost each other up and celebrate in each other's wins. And one of the things we talked about on my accountability call today is they don't have to be huge financial wins, right? It could be I got my listings edited that I wanted to.
Mhm.
I fixed my SEO, whatever it may be. It's not always about how much money you're doing. There's a lot of different things to celebrate that we love just kind of seeing everybody kind of capitalize, in the comments.
Absolutely. Yeah. And we take these and we usually remove last names and we put them on Facebook and or Instagram or YouTube for just for you guys to see what is possible. A lot of people think, is Etsy oversaturated? Is it too late? Not, absolutely not. It's about having the right strategies. Now, one thing I have to say, this is not a get rich quick scheme. We're not promising that you'll make any amount of money. There's no financial guarantees here because you have to put in the work. Okay, you have to put in the work. If you do 10% of the work, you'll get 10% of the result. So that's so key. Etsy is hard work. This is not some get rich quick scheme. I feel like I have to say that over and over because there's just all these misconceptions about courses, about coaching, right? It's not at all that. This is you doing the work, and we just give you the guide of what to do. Now, this is cool. Stephanie mentions she's coming to Orlando. Ryan, do you want to talk about Orlando?
Yeah, so for those of you that don't know, we did our first event back in May in Vegas, and we only had about 20 students there, but it was phenomenal. And you'll see some of those people in here in the comments, such as Nee, so we can probably look at her a little bit as well. And I had another one, Anna, on my call earlier today, and that was so successful. So we were like, how can we make this bigger? How can we do it even bit bigger and better, right? So second week of October 10th and 11th, we're going to do 2 full days, you guys, of a jam-packed summit. So last time it was 1 day, it was phenomenal. This is going to be 2 days. We have 5 speakers coming in from the outside, similar to the ones we have in the platform, to talk about topics of everyone's desire and what they want to hear about. On top of over 10 employees are attending the event, right? Including segments from all of us. I'll be emceeing it, yours truly. So you'll get plenty of time to get tired of my voice. And then we also have our fabulous coaches this time, beyond what we had last time, doing actual side-by-side, get your computer out workshops. So this is going to be packed, you guys, from like 8:30 to 5 for 2 days of value at an offsite venue with a VIP mixer the first night, right? So if you want more time to talk with Dylan and I and everyone else on the team in a smaller setting, you'll get an exclusive invite to that separate venue. So it's just going to be a really, really exciting 2 days of learning, collaboration, value, and celebration.
Yeah, and Gelato is sponsoring this, and we're going to be running a giveaway with them for gift cards for you guys if you use Gelato as your print-on-demand provider. So really, really exciting there. Kyle does print-on-demand, actually. First month over 1,000 visits, up 431% over last year. Social media visits up 4,500%. Social media strategies, they're very powerful in the course here.
Yes.
Yeah. So yeah, these student results, it's not a get rich quick, like this person, for example, went from 3,600 to 7,500 month over month. She's wanting to hit 10,000 in revenue for August. Her full-time job ended in July, but you can see she has faith that everything's going to be okay because now she has a plan. So yeah, it's just a really special place, you guys, if you are missing that community and if you're missing that plan. Last time in Vegas, we actually got to go to Nee's house. Here's Nee. 30,000 shop sales. When she started with us, she had 250 sales. And she was able to give her employee a raise. She just shares kind of the impact here.
Yeah, she has a second shop. So, I mean, and she's one of the OGs, you guys. I mean, she has been with us for quite a while. And so it was really exciting to see her space, how her and her husband run their business. We have videos of that, so you should definitely check them out. And
Yeah.
see her continuously showing increases. It's not like she's plateaued and like, well, that's all I can do. It's
Right.
continuously increasing and growing and expanding. And
Mhm.
so that's really kind of a cool journey to follow.
Yeah, she just had one listing do $32,000 in 30 days, you guys. One listing. And that listing she just brought in this year. So here's someone who just started with us. Her first month, her net profit was over $5,000. Especially, she said, I never thought this was possible, especially in my first month.
Mhm. Another fun fact that I just saw actually yesterday, I don't know if you're aware of this, Dylan, but
Mhm.
Nee is one of, we just talked about, she lives in Las Vegas, obviously, because that's where we were at for our first event. Her shop was actually featured on the LA News for an Etsy segment. And they actually showcased some of her backpacks for back to school with
Um,
cute little seashell, little ornaments that her husband actually created with his laser machine. So how
yes.
cool that an LA news station is out of all of the Etsy sellers is featuring her product, right?
Yeah, and you know what, you guys, like this is the type of thing we help you with. So Nee reached out, it was a couple weeks ago, and she's like, Dylan, what should I know before I go ahead and do this this PR opportunity? What questions should I ask? What should I be aware of? And we've been through those things before, so we provided guidance. Okay, make sure you ask this, make sure they're referencing your shop name, not your personal name, all these certain things, so that she was fully prepared for that and didn't make mistakes that maybe we had made in the past. So yeah, that was exciting. And um, there's these results, they just keep going. And when you're in the program, you can actually scroll through uh,
Yeah.
all these results. And every time we raise the price, we get more orders. She just said this is life changing, Sheila. So
Mhm.
this is something where you do get control of your business, because you can learn how to pull the levers to increase your profit and your revenue, which is really what we want to give you. When you're doing this full time, you need to know how to pull levers in your business to get to a certain result. If your sales are down, you need to know how to control those sales to increase them, and that's going to give you peace of mind if you're doing this full time.
Yeah. And so as you can see, you guys, from all these testimonials, like this is real, right? Dylan and I can tell you do not have enough time in the day that for us to write these ourselves, right? So our time is spent working with these students, helping these students, providing value to these students. So
Yeah.
you can physically see every single person, their photos, their accounts, all of that. These are real students that have been with us all different amounts of time, sharing their wins with us and people being able to boost them up. So if you're thinking about joining, seeing all these results from the month of July as we head into, right, the middle of Q3 and
Yeah.
preparing for Q4, I mean, that's pretty convincing to me. So,
Yeah, we'll just put the link in the chat wherever you're watching if you want to have a call with us to learn about this. And a lot of people ask, what are realistic expectations? My favorite question on these calls, it's how much will I make in 6 months?
mm,
I cannot promise you how much you'll make in 6 months. All I can do is show you what other people do with this program and with this coaching. That's all I can show you, is this is what's happened for these people. And you can just scroll through when you're in here. Like this person, 6 months in, 6 months tomorrow, 6 months working day after day, hired 3 employees. July was her biggest month, over 20,000 in sales. So, and she said, thank you to Dylan for sitting with me on a phone call last June and bringing me in while I learned the basics, and all the coaches who've been helping me since she joined coaching. So she's been in coaching for 6 months, and it's just been life changing. She said, this business has literally changed my life. And that's what we love to see. And it's only because she put in the work. It's not because she bought a course. That's
right.
not at all the reason. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Like everyone's timing is different, and the accountability calls are really helpful because you get to kind of share and talk about things that are working for you, things you need help on. We talk about all the key strategies of the program and we get on a call and we have a solution oriented check-in, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it's very helpful for students because they can kind of hear how others are fitting it in their daily routines and what works well for them and what they're doing and all of that. So that's really exciting. And then as far as the coaching team goes, we have 12 now, 12 coaches, you guys, that live all over the world.
Mm-hmm.
We mentioned Saskia earlier. She's our phenomenal coaching team lead. But we have coaches all over that are on 24/7, 365 days a week, assisting our students, answering questions. And we have like several of them coming to the Orlando event.
Yeah.
So
Amazing. Yeah. And like this person just 10x her sales month over month. And the thing is, she says, trust the process, guys. As long as you're willing to put in the effort, you will see results. It's
yeah,
effort. But the thing is, you're putting in effort anyways. Like, especially if you're watching this, if you're in our Facebook group or if you're following us on Instagram, like you're probably putting in some effort into Etsy at some capacity. This just means you're putting in the right effort. You could continue to put in, I've seen people put in like 40 to 80 hours a week. I'm not even kidding. And they
mhm,
have no sales because they're spending all that time on the wrong things.
yeah,
And you could spend half that time doing
mhm,
the right things and you would see such a different result. So maybe I should just open this up to kind of those two special things that we have going this week.
yeah,
Let me share my screen. We could just literally sit here and keep going, but
yeah.
um, I mean, yeah, I usually start crying if I look at these results too long.
Yeah, so many good ones. And Carla, we look forward to meeting you. We have someone here that said she's joining the summit and is not a student. So that's exciting. We look forward to meeting you. And then hopefully by the end of the summit, you'll, want to join our program and get that framework and guideline that Dylan mentioned to help you kind of expedite your process for you.
Yeah,
So,
and the summit is open to everyone, by the way. Every single person watching this could attend the summit. We only have literally a few spots left.
mhm.
Um, we should put the link. If it's filled up, the link won't work. So
Yeah,
you'll know that if it's filled up. So we'll put the link in the chat wherever you're watching. So the link to the summit, we have a video about it, a full schedule of the 2 days and all the topics we're covering, information, frequently asked questions. Check that out. In that summit's 2 days, October 10th and 11th in Orlando. We have a room block for the hotel. So it's, very affordable, and a VIP night with me and the team to kind of just talk more closely about your business. So we'll put that link in there.
yeah.
So what we're looking for right now, there's two things. This is the first one. We have two opportunities that we're sitting on, and one is for 5 sellers. So this is our bigger opportunity for more people. So these people that we're looking for, making less than $5,000 a month, want to make a minimum, like bare minimum of 5 to 10,000 per month in profit. Okay, this is profit. You have to have a minimum of an hour a day, minimum an hour a day to work on your shop. Now, I have a lot of nurses in the program where they work 12-hour shifts. Totally fine. If you can't work on your business some days, that's fine. One hour per day on average, at least 7 hours a week minimum. You're at the point where you realize that YouTube videos aren't going to get you to your goal. Okay, you've kind of been watching videos and you've realized they're not going to make it happen for you. I'm looking for at least one person who does print on demand, one person who does digital, one person who's doing supplies, and then one person doing handmade. Okay. Now, the last person can be doing anything. If you're doing a combination, that's fine as well. But we're looking for at least one who touches each of the areas. And
Mhm.
then if you schedule a call with us, you'll be offered a $1,000 bonus. So it's an extra if you enroll on the call, and it's going to be specifically to help you ramp up into Q4. So Q4 is when really most of the traffic is coming to Etsy during the year. It's October, November, December. So a good question to ask yourself is, are you wanting to take advantage of Q4 this year? Or are you wanting to maybe sit it out and try again next year? So those, you want to I would make that decision though. So this is 5 sellers for this spot. You just have to book a call with us with the link in the chat. Now the other option, this is very specific. And I'm curious if any of you watching fall into this category here. This is specifically for 2 sellers, only 2. It's for our elite inner circle, and we're looking for people who are making more than 15,000 monthly, so more than 15K, who want to make a minimum of 50 to 100,000 per month. You are you wanting to definitely do Etsy full time, and you need help getting your shop to that next level. So you're currently like in a plateau or a decline even, open to assistance with your product mix, okay, because we will give you ideas for that, potentially outsourcing to get you out of the weeds and to get you your time back. And then someone who's really ready to take action, who's done thinking about growing their business and who's ready to actually do it. There's also quarterly business planning and monthly planning with me personally, private, and weekly one-on-one private calls with one specific coach, unlimited private coaching, and that is with me and that coach. and then ready to be in our elite inner circle. And we're very selective about this one.
Mhm.
Okay. Just 2 spots. And it's really something we'll talk about on the call. If you don't qualify for this one, you might qualify for the first offer. But schedule a call either way and let us know kind of which bucket you fall into, and just let us know you came from this YouTube video.
Yeah, absolutely. And we actually had one of our elite circle members, you guys, on the speaker call earlier. She was actually in Vegas with us. Her name's Anna,
Yeah.
and she was on the Facebook ad strategy call a little bit earlier, talking about some of the things that are working for her. So, as Dylan said, it is a very VIP group. Not a lot of people are in it. So, but it's just another example of all the different types of value that we offer. And every call, right, is specific to each student, right? So it's not a one size fits all strategy here, right? We customize what we think you need to be successful in our program.
Exactly. And yeah, we do have some some of our members who are in both of those right here, if you're just curious kind of what their results end up looking like. But schedule the call so we can at least show you. It's a free call. We'll just show you what it's about and ask you some questions to see if you qualify. And then we can go from there. If not, we have custom packages that we can put together for you. People ask, how much is it? You guys, we can create a custom package for pretty much anyone who's ready to grow their business. So it's not one size fits all. It is definitely something where we can put together different timelines, different levels of support. So this is not a cookie cutter thing. I know in the past when we first started the program, we had 2 options, A or B. Now it's not a specific option. It's what do you need? Because some people come in, they have like 5 shops. Like we have one person with 50 employees.
Yeah.
Okay. They need completely different support. Then we have people come in, they don't have a shop. They don't
Yeah.
have team members. Yeah.
Completely different. And then one thing that comes up a lot, Dylan, we might want to cover quickly before we maybe talk about the software
Yeah.
that's coming up, is we often hear, and you alluded to this earlier, some people are like, oh, I can get everything on YouTube. Oh, what's different about the program that I can't get on YouTube? I can tell you guys that YouTube scratches the surface, but a large portion of this program is not available on YouTube. So Dylan can talk a little bit about that quickly here, but just to reassure your minds there, you can't just Google all of this stuff, you guys.
Yeah. So in our course, I'm sure you guys have seen maybe some outlines of it, but these are things that are not going to be found on YouTube. For example, our 7 types of products framework, right? We talk about one of the 7 on YouTube. This is really essential to build the foundation of your business. How to find trends. On YouTube, we have videos about trends, but not how to find them. And ultimately, long term, you need to know how to find them for your shop. That's not going to be on YouTube. Also, optimization for mobile and desktop, site merchandising, our full SEO strategies are not on YouTube. YouTube, we do talk about titles. That's about 10% of your SEO. So all of these tutorials as well, they're not on YouTube. We don't do print on demand tutorials or digital tutorials on YouTube. Um, we have never done that, but they're all in the course. And then how to increase your value proposition, that's here, not on YouTube. Our full sprint strategies are also in the course, not on YouTube. Like YouTube, we might say, do the Facebook strategy, but not going into what it is. So
Mhm.
that's all things that are going to be in the course. And then part of this program, because we have people come in at 50 to 100,000 a month, they're looking to scale beyond that. So module 5 is really about that. So we're building a sales plan. We're planning and forecasting. You're not going to see any of that on YouTube. Hiring, outsourcing, your full plan for that, the ad that you need to put up. We don't really cover any of that on YouTube. So this is for people who are looking for something beyond the YouTube, like tips and tricks.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah. Yeah. So email marketing, expansion onto other platforms, full analysis of your Etsy stats and data. We don't cover any stats on YouTube. So module 6, this is how you learn how to pull the levers, which we don't teach on YouTube. Yeah. Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then there is a bonus on Midjourney. We don't talk about Midjourney on YouTube, but this is all here.
Yeah. There's lots of like case studies in here, you guys, visual pop-ups,
Mhm.
workbook modules, all kinds of things. We launched Course 2.0 a few months ago as a follow-up to the first course, and the production value is just amazing.
Mhm.
And the videos are to the point, impactful, give you actionable steps in a quick capacity. So, yeah.
Yeah, this is what the videos look like if you're curious. Cool.
Awesome.
Awesome. So, yeah, let's see. Any questions that have come up here? Any
Yeah.
questions?
While we're waiting, Dylan, do we want to like tease our upcoming launch too?
Yes, let me grab the site. Do you want to talk about it a little bit?
Yes. So, and this was something as well that came up heavily on my call earlier today, you guys. But let's say you're someone that, you're very thorough and you're spending a ton of time on your listings and your SEO, and you're like, gosh, it's taking me sometimes hours or a day to do one or two listings. And you really just would love to have that time back and would love to have that support. Well, great news. We have a new program that is launching that is going to do all the things for you called etSEO, and it's going to expedite this exponentially for you guys. And you will essentially put in a photo of your item and a little bit of information, and it's going to build out the listing for you, write your SEO and all of that. And it's just going to really cut the time for you and I think help you grow even faster.
Amazing. So I'm dead right now. The link, I'm there must be updating it right now because the link is broken. Otherwise, I would totally put it in the chat.
Oh no. Well, at least we're telling you guys about it. See, you're getting a bird's eye advanced view. It's still in the behind the scenes. We're getting it done. It's still in construction phases, but it should be launching the end of this month / early September. So yeah, we do have an interest link that we can post in other places that has a wait list as well. And we might be able to.
We'll share that later in the comments.
You guys will see it in other places.
Yeah, we'll be sharing it soon. But this is going to really simplify your listing optimization, full optimization, not only SEO, and it'll be like 60 seconds or less per listing. And it's going to be very, very affordable too. Very, very affordable. So this is really going to replace forget about trying to find someone on Fiverr and like cross your fingers and hope that they know what they're doing with your shop, or having them log in and you're like, oh my gosh, I hope I don't get shut down, right? It could just be so many disasters from that. So this is really going to make it so you know how to do it, and you can use this as a framework for the rest of your listings.
And it's definitely, we've asked people on other calls and in the past, like, have they gotten any, external support for listings and kind of the rough pricing? And I can tell you that our pricing is really competitive. It's going to be lower than pretty much all those other services. You're going to get more listings for the same amount of money or less. You'll be buying credits, and we'll have different packages that you can purchase to put those listings together. So it's also going to not cost you as much money, but it's going to save you a lot more time.
Yeah. Yeah. And you could just pay for however many listings you want to update. And then we'll have a really cool test where you only do, it's $1 to test a listing. So that'll be a really great, opportunity for anyone. And then for anyone who's like a super Etsy seller, maybe you have thousands of listings, or 10 shops or something like that. And you're like, how am I going to update 9,000 listings? This will save you so much time. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Yeah. And any other questions while we're here? Actually, you know what? I'm about to hop over into the Ultimate Etsy community to do some Q&A. So this is only $3.99 a month. Super easy. I'm going to hop in here and answer some questions and go live. So I will see you in there in a couple minutes here.
All right, guys. Thank you for hopping on.
Yes, and if you qualify for and you want to be one of the 5 people we're taking on, you're making less than $5,000 a month, or if you're making more than $15,000 a month, or if you're really close to that, we would still love to talk to you too. Just schedule a call with us and we can talk about the bonus opportunity and the inner circle.
Absolutely. All right, guys.
Awesome.